everybody. Today's a very cold day. We're starting to prep for this winter time snow. So, before we get to that stuff, I gotta do some stuff here in the office, some creative work as always to start the day. I just wanted to sit here and enjoy it's my bean bag I got. It's pretty killer. I did want to mention something that I've been noticing the last few weeks, and I've been doing my best to try to correct it. You can't overindulge your life in your dream, because what happens is you'll get high off your dream and then nothing else will matter but your dream, which a lot of people would say is very important for nothing else to matter. But in my scenario, I feel like I was spending too much time in my studio. I was spending so much time that I felt like I was being trapped. My thoughts were trapped. My creativity was being trapped. Everything was being trapped. And this is serious. This is real life. This was what happened over the last few weeks. So I had to drastically change my schedule. Because, I feel like a space is a space. If you trap yourself in a space for X amount of time, over and over and over and over and over, you start to get a little crazy. And obviously it's a different form of crazy because there's a lot of creativity in here. I love my space. The space is one of the most biggest blessings that I've ever had. But I was going crazy in my own thoughts here. I was going crazy in my own creativity because I wasn't exposing myself to the rest of the world. I was shutting the world out, which is not good for your mental health. So I've changed my schedule. So now I work just like a regular early morning job. I come in early, between 9 to 5-ish around there. And then I go home and I do regular things like a regular person. I also exercise. I watch TV. I do these things like a regular person. And before I didn't think that I could because I'm like, I don't have that much time. If I work hard for 2 years, this was my thought. I figured if I worked straight for 2 years and blocked everything else out, then I'd get to my destination so fast, and then I can get back to normal life stuff. And unfortunately, that has not panned out how I thought it would. So I need to make adjustments. So now I'm working a more realistic schedule. I'm treating this as my job because it is my job. And I'm not doing it all day because then I'm overexhausting myself at that point. So I do it for a portion of the day, and then I do other things for another portion of the day. And if I feel like it towards the end of the night, I'll open up my computer and do more stuff. But it's about it's about leveling everything out, having a balance with everything you do. This stuff is not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a year. Everything takes time, and one of the things that can help you move from your hobby to your job is putting the right people together, gathering the right resources, and, working in a great environment like the one I have here. Beautiful paintings, lots of art. So, just a little food for thought this morning. Anyone out there that's overindulging themselves in their goals and their dreams, just take a step back. Take a step back and breathe. Take a step back, breathe, relax a little bit. And then you'll realize that it's still possible to do it at an evenly pace when you're balancing everything out. It's still possible to do whatever it is you're trying to do. Whatever other things you're trying to accomplish in life, everything's possible. It's just at a pace. And you got to find the right pace for you so you're not overwhelming yourself. Things don't happen overnight. You can't overwhelm yourself because your dream hasn't taken off in a year. There's people that have been working on their dream for 20 years. So you got to put that into perspective, and you got to put the right people together. Speaking of putting the right people together, you got anything on that? Having the right components around you is so important. And at the same time as it being important, it can also be very hard. Sometimes you think that you have the right components and the right people around you when you don't. And it's a challenge to try to find all the moving pieces. A lot of people just want to do things on your own. You cannot do it all by yourself. I can tell you that. I can guarantee you that we're just not built that way. Put the pride to the side. You can't do it all by yourself. I used to think I could do it all by myself. I really did. Sometimes I still tell myself, yeah, but no matter how you put it, no matter which way you put it, multiple hands, multiple brains is stronger than one. Find out who you work best with, or who you need, what components you lack. If you're not that great of a computer person, you need a computer person. If you're not that much of a creative person, you need a creative person in your circle. If you're not a salesperson to go out there and get money for your business or circle or group or whatever it is you're trying to do, you need a salesperson. You need to find people that are complementary to what you already have going on. Now, my mistake that I made early on, and I'll pass this on to you. And I used to hear it a lot. I heard it a lot when I was working my way up and trying to figure things out. I just never could understand why. And it's mixing your friends, family, and business. Those are things that you just shouldn't do. I really don't think, unless your family and friends are very passionate about what you're trying to do, you shouldn't mix them. Don't force your friends or family to be involved in what you're trying to do, because this is your dream, not theirs. You love what you're doing. You need to find other people that love what you are doing, that really believe in what you're doing, willing to drop whatever they're doing to complete and reach the goals that you've set out. And all that, I'm saying it as if it's so easy and it's the hardest thing ever. Like, I've been a creator since 2011, and I feel like I'm still looking for my components. So that just gives you a perspective. It's 2019. Everything takes time to form and work out the right way. But you need to be doing what you can to be putting the pieces together. If you find someone in your group or in your workspaces not bringing the best out of your work, or they're clouding you, or you're just not working well with them. Listen, people think that everybody needs to work with each other when you bring people together. And sometimes people just don't mesh. I don't understand how people don't think that's a reality. Some people just don't work well with others. That's real. Once you find those components, you will move so much stronger, so much faster. You won't even believe it. It's chemistry. Chemistry is real. Chemistry is real, and you got to really think about who you're working with and who you are creating with. You got to make sure that y'all are complementary to each other. Everybody's holding their weight. There ain't nothing worse than you working with a group and people aren't holding their weight. You got to hold your weight in a group at all times. If you're working in a group, you have to hold your weight and more sometimes. It really all depends on what the need is. And that's how you make a dream become reality, by working hard and putting things together that should be put together. This morning I sat down with a creator that is really shaking things around here in my city, and it's amazing that they came here and we're here and we're trying to figure out everything that's going on, and we're also talking about the future, and we're also discussing and having real life conversation. We're building a relationship through what we're doing, through what I'm doing, through what he's doing. We're building a relationship, and and I'm asking the question, how can I help you? How can I be of a help to you? Be productive and always push for a better tomorrow. I love y'all. And if y'all got any questions, feel free, throw them in the comments. Any comments, concerns, feedback, whatever it is. Yeah. Love.